Today we'll be taking a look at the Rozen Zulu. This flamboyant Neo-Zeong mobile suit appeared in Gundam Unicorn, and it is unfortunately most known for looking like poop. Literally, the plastic color they chose is extremely far off from the actual color that the Rozen Zulu is supposed to look like. So of course, I didn't know that when I bought it. So after I opened it up and realized it, I decided that I would take my first dip into customizing a Gundam. Grabbed a can of spray painting this John purple, and it is way too dark of a shade of purple, as you can clearly tell. But today, I just wanted to take a look and do a review of this mobile suit. Welcome to the UVirgos channel. My name is Grant. Let's get right into the review. Right here we have the Rozen Zulu. This mobile suit is from, I believe, around the 2012 era. I don't know the exact year it was released. I found this kit for around the $30 price point, and honestly, it's a really, really big and chunky mobile suit, so I definitely feel like it's worth that price point. However, elephant in the room, why is the purple so dark? Okay, so Bandai used almost like a weird chocolatey purple color. Let me show an example. It's kind of like this purple on the Ifrit Sheen. It's a little bit too dark for my taste for the Rozen Zulu, or like it's just not really my favorite shade on this mobile suit. So I decided to grab a can of spray paint and paint it, and it's very dark purple. I honestly kind of dig it. I really do like the shade of purple I used. It's not at what I was going for, but that's all right. The only thing that makes it look weird is the thrusters up here with that pink on purple. I don't think that looks the greatest, but everything else, just that solid torso does make it look, I think, pretty good. I also did paint, as you can clearly tell. Some of the white stripes on here definitely did not do the greatest. I did decent on this side, though. So yeah, this was my first job, a paint job, and I honestly think I did pretty decent. I'm pretty proud of myself. But yeah, they used just not the greatest color, and I didn't like it, so I painted it. I would honestly recommend you paint this kit. It is just not a very attractive shade of purple to look at. But overall, this is a really, really cool mobile suit. It is very, very flamboyant, very in your face, a very unique design. It is an Angelo mobile suit, so that's kind of, given. And I think it does look really, really cool. Not gonna lie, I am a big fan of this design. So yeah, let's get into the articulation. I usually do have the Rozen Zulu on some form of flight stand. However, I will take it off for the articulation. The head is definitely hindered by the collar. However, it is honestly a pretty expressive head. I really do like that. The arms can go out, and they do have a decent amount of rotation. The shoulder is separate from the arms, so that's pretty nice. These shoulders are very, very big. You do have some swivel, and you do have a decent elbow bend. I wouldn't say it is the greatest. And each one of these claws, they do move independently. You do have a waist rotation. It kind of pushes itself, but I'm pretty sure it can go 360 degrees. The legs can move up. You will have to move this up. However, that waist armor definitely does get in the way. But if you put on a flight stand, you definitely can get some pretty cool poses. The legs have about that far bend. There is a little spike right there that does definitely get in the way. You also do have a thigh cut, and this piece can move right here. For the feet, you have, of course, your ankle pivots. It's just on a ball joint, and the heels can move a little bit. For the backpack, you actually do have quite a bit of articulation. These panels can move just like that, and they are on a joint as well. And each one of these little fuel canisters, I believe, are also on a ball joint, so that is pretty nice. This is definitely a decently articulated mobile suit, not the greatest, especially compared to, some recent ones, like, some newer, like real grades or high grades, definitely have more articulation, but this is definitely a solid figure. Oh, he's fallen over. The Rozen Zulu comes with a lot of accessories. Surprisingly, I think it's actually most logical to start off with the backpack, just to give you a little bit more look at it. It's kind of hard to call this a backpack because it does complete the collar look of the Rozen Zulu, but looking a little bit more at that articulation, it's just on some poly caps that's on some hinges, and you can see that this does move out like that. It does have these funnel bits in here. They only have the one storage version. However, there are supposed to be 3 in there in Universe. and it does have the kind of standardized backpack connector. As you can see, the Rozen Zulu is definitely missing some oomph on the back, so you just kind of take it, and then it's a little bit tight, but it definitely does fit in there extremely solidly. And there you go, you plug it in. This adds a lot of nice, necessary, and needed bulk to the mobile suit. I really do like it. Here we have these stands. These are just for the accessories. They don't actually hold the mobile suit. You also do have a smaller version of them, but this is a pretty tall mobile suit. Just I would recommend using the two big ones. There are 4 of these in here. However, I only would ever use 2, so that's the amount I kept. I'm running out of space in my bags, so I'm kind of cutting down some accessories. But there are 4 of these in here. There are only 2 of these tall ones, though. However, there are 4 of the small ones. And the first thing that you can put on these stands are these fun funnel things. They are roses. They look extremely Angela-like, not even gonna lie. He totally would have rose funnels. It comes with 6 of these, and there is a peg in the back that you can just plug in to the stand like that. You can also, of course, if it's another base stand, you can plug it into any stand. However, it does show it using with this stand, so I'm gonna show it like that. Of course, you can't plug them all in, and honestly, the stand is not even tall enough to look kind of anywhere near the height of the Rozen Zulu. So unfortunately, it's going to be kind of short. The next accessory, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to start off with these, like, pretty much it's like the string for the claws. The claws can move on their own. They can, they're almost like ranged weapons or something. I'll make sure the camera's still. So there are some adapters in here, and there is this string that has these little pieces on here that I don't know what they do. I don't know, maybe like guiding systems or something. They are pretty cool, though. There's also a closed one. However, I didn't even realize they were in there until I already finished the kit. Yeah, they are not that important. However, these are pretty cool, and I'm going to show you how you can get them onto the stand and remove the claw and everything. So, with a lot of these clear parts, there are ball joints that can kind of just peg into these stands. There's one right there, and then for the end one, there is another ball joint that you can just plug in like that. We have the Rozen Zulu. We are going to take off his claw. It can just remove very easily. If you have a better grip on the arm, it allows you to move out, and you just take it off. And then you have this end piece, and there is a little bit of a notch inside the hole. You're gonna kind of want to line that up so you can put it on just like that. And then with this last one, just simply plugs in to the Rozen Zulu's arm. And then you have this whole system of cool things that can show the claw kind of moving. It's a big accessory. It's pretty excessive, honestly, so I don't think I'll be displaying with it, but I'm happy it is there. It does come with 4 strings. I believe you're supposed to cut them up or something. I don't know if mine came with 6. I don't remember it. It probably did. I was probably just too busy trying to paint the kit first, but that's something to just keep in mind. There's enough to do both of the claws. However, I'm just only going to show one today. And it does have the same notch in there, so an easy way I put the arm back on, I kind of just guess, and I kind of line the claw up with the space for the claws right there. And you'll find the right one pretty easily. Just plug it in, and it'll work very nice. Last accessory, we have the shield. I don't know what this shield does. Whew, knocked over the camera. It has like these holes in it. I don't know if these are thrusters or lasers, but it does connect, and it does have the handle going down. There are holes on the backs of the arm. They're on the sleeve part, and you're just going to want to kind of plug it in just like that. And there is the Rozen Zulu with its shield. All right, let's get into some comparisons. All right, comparison time. The Rozen Zulu is an extremely tall figure, so we're going to put him a little farther back just to show his size. So I'm going to start off with the figure I talked about earlier, the Freaked Shiend, and immediately you can tell how tall he is. The Freaked Shiend is a very average-sized mobile suit. I did this comparison because, for one, it's from Unicorn, and to show you that other color of purple that you like. I'd probably, actually do the actual accurate color if you're going to paint it, but this just kind of show you the other color. Next up, here we have it with the Sinanju. Keep in mind the Sinanju is on a flight stand, and it does elevate it quite a bit. However, both these are still extremely tall mobile suits. They look extremely cool together. I think they look really, really nice, I'm going to be honest. I do like the gold sleeves better. However, the white is no issue at all. Just the gold looks extremely cool. Here we have it with the Unicorn Destroy mode. The Unicorn looks very white. I don't know why. It does, but there's some tall mobile suits in this show. I'm not even going to lie. They definitely look pretty cool together. The Unicorn does look a little bit bland. That's, of course, I didn't panel line the Unicorn, which is probably why. Here we have it with the Jesta, the Ekowas Jegan, High Grade Unicorn Perfectibility, and then the Origin Gundam. Next up, for some general comparisons, we have it next to a 6-inch Black Series action figure. We have the Clone Trooper 501st Phase 1. Next to a Lego minifigure. And then next to a Voyager-sized Transformer. Today I grabbed G2 Ramjet. And then a Black Sharpie. And that was my look at the Rozen Zulu. This is definitely an interesting model kit, especially with the color being completely wrong. And even if you get the Episode 7 version, which good luck finding, it has so many stickers for all those little white details. So it really is just a model kit that's going to take a lot of time and work to make look extremely beautiful. Thank you all for watching today's video. I know I've not been uploading as much. School's been absolutely kicking my butt, but I did want to make a video on this guy because he is that cool. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day.